Alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. 3 down, 14 to go. We got number 14. This is my second recording of this. So hopefully, the last time it took me 25 minutes to complete it. I thought, that's a little bit too long. I don't want to go that long. So I'm going to try and condense this one down quite a bit for you guys in this episode, again, between 10 and 15 minutes. So let's get right into number 14. And that is going to be Dynasty League Baseball. One of the big boys is off the board at number 14. Last year, it was number 10. This year, it drops 4 spots to go all the way up to number 14. And there's a simple reason for that. The value, the quality, the support, the availability, the ease and flow of the game are all below average. The only reason this game isn't ranked worse is because it's based upon a really good system, the Pursue the Pennant system, and it is a deep game that offers some online components. Let's talk about the right side really quickly. First, game system, you're going to roll a dice, and you're going to either get the result on the batter or pitcher card based upon whatever your dice roll is. So it is a 50-50 system. Half the rules will come off the batter, half to come off the pitcher. So if you don't like 50-50, you might want to look elsewhere. Is there a computer online version of this? Yes. There is a computer online subscription cost for this game. We'll talk about that in a minute. Can you order printed cards? Yes. Can you order PDFs? No. Game strengths, deep gameplay. Usually a ground ball to second isn't just your normal everyday ground ball to second. There's a lot of variables that come into play, lots of charts, lots of stuff. So it is a very deep game. It does offer some online play, which I'm going to talk about some more, but it does give you that. And it is based upon a proven great system. The weaknesses of this game is this company will charge you extras for anything they think they can get money out of you. You have to buy the season file, which is not cheap. We're going to talk about value here. How much do you get for your cost? It's a 3. 3 is probably too high for how much you spend on this game, right? You have to buy the season files, which run $50, $60, $70, depending on which season you order and how many cards come in it. Then you have to order the rule booklet. That's right. You cannot get a free copy of the rule booklet to come with your game. No, they will charge you, I think it's $15 or $20 for the rule booklet. Then you have to order the extra player cards, and those extra player cards only come with the players that had, I think it's 10 at-bats, and pitchers that had 10 or more innings, I believe is what it is. So all the players that came in that only had 1 at-bat, 5 at-bats, 8 at-bats, or those pitchers that only came in and only had 5 or 6 innings pitched, they're not going to have a card at all. 0 cards. No chance of getting this card. So when you buy the extra player cards, it looks like, it's a good value. It's only like $20 for the extra player cards. But again, you don't get all of the player cards. You just get the most important ones. Now, how important is that is based upon what you're going to be doing. Do you want to do a historic replay of a season where you use every single player that was on that team? Then this might not be the system for you. If you don't care about all those minor fringe players and you don't want to spend extra to get those, then maybe this would be something you might want to look at. But game weakness, extras for extras, you're talking $100 investment just to get one season into your house. It's a deep game. Again, that can be a strength or a weakness based upon whether you want to be involved. How deep and involved do you want to be? Do you want to roll for weather effects before each game and see if the wind direction is left or right? Do you want to be able to find out if it's raining or what the chance of rain is, if that's going to affect your fielders' footing at all or anything like that? So it is a very deep game. And as we talked about, game weaknesses is expensive. 25 players only. 25 players only in the base set. So when you order a season file, you're only going to get 25 players per team. That doesn't add up to a lot when you talk about a $60 or $70 investment based upon which season you're ordering. Value. How much do you get for your cost? Again, 3 is probably too high for everything. They're going to nickel and dime you. They will charge you for everything. Let's talk about their online version for a minute. Okay? If you want to do fantasy leagues, if you want to do draft leagues, this might be okay for you. If you want to spend $15 a month playing their games. Okay? They will allow you to test it out free of charge for 2 days. That's right. I didn't say a week. I didn't say a month. Nothing like that. 2 days, free test. One team you get access to. I think there's 2 teams. The World Series from last year, you have access to those 2 teams for free, where you can play them for 2 days and see if you want to spend $15 a month on the online game, where they don't actually have, right? They don't actually have the season files for each of the teams that you want to play. They don't have the historic lineups from the players that you want. They only have the players that are carded for their game, which is roughly 20 to 20, or it's 25 to 30 players per team. I went to do a online game, and I wasn't able to actually even create the starting lineup for one of the players, for one of the teams, because he didn't even have a card on that. So I couldn't even make up my own historic game on their system. If you're not interested in that, if you want to do fantasy stuff and draft league stuff, then the online might be fine for you, right? You might want to test it out for 2 days if you want. You want to find out more information? Let's take a look real quickly at the 2 different websites. So you got to go to www.designdepot.com for your card and dice information, okay? And then you got to go to dynastyleaguebaseball.com for your online version, right? So I don't know why you can't see one from the other, or if they're different or whatever. I don't know, but there's your 2 different, designdepot.com and dynastyleaguebaseball.com are your 2 websites. All right. So when I was actually online playing the game, I took some screenshots of the player cards, and I thought, oh, okay, well, then I will be able to show you guys some super cool information and show you what it's like. Again, if this is a batter card, if you roll from 0 to 499, it's going to come off the card. You just look and find the results. You can see there's a lot of information on this card, the positions and different values and numbers, how many games they played, the batting values, their lead rate, their lead running, their steal rating, their intangibles, their durability, blah, 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 blah. Here's the problem. This is a screenshot of what they did online. When you click on a card, it brings it up as like a 4 by 4.5 inch sheet. That's not what comes to you as a player when you order a card and dice. This is what comes to you as a player when you order the card and dice. This is a card from Dynasty League. That is what you're spending over $100 on. Right there. For me, I can't even read half of these numbers. I can't see if that's is that a C? Is that a B? Is that a D? I have no idea. The color coding that they do on this game is horrible. Horrible. They have 3 different pink colors. They have like a light pink, a dark pink, and a medium pink color. And you're supposed to know which pink goes with which one. And they also have a green color one. If we go back to the big one, let's go back to the big one real quick. Where's the big one? There's the big one, right? So they have this nice green background on the power rating and their batting average numbers, and versus lefties and righties. It makes it stand out. Great, awesome, beautiful. The problem is they have this blue text, this light blue text. It's kind of hard to see here, but it's like a light blue text that goes behind all of their text on the screen, which is pretty good. Supposed to make the text stand out, which it does when it's a 4 by 4.5 inch page, right? It doesn't stand out when it's a 3.5 by 2.5 inch page. You can't actually tell me where the little green is because the green blends into the blue background. The pink numbers all blend in together. You're spending $100 for a cheap paper card that is color. Okay, so let's give them credit for that. It is color, but the color coding is horrible. The numbers are horrible. The size, the font, everything about this card is horrible. The only reason that Dynasty League Baseball isn't rated worse in the number 14 in my eyes is because it's based upon a really good baseball system, and it does give you those people interested in online fantasy draft league. It does give those players that option where those other games don't. This game was ranked 10 for me last year, which is a pretty reasonable number. This year it falls all the way to 14 because there are so many better values out there. When I did my review before this, I hadn't purchased Dynasty League cards before this. I was basing my opinion on the version that I'd played online and using the actual computer cards that I got from the online version. I didn't actually own, I don't believe at the time, maybe I did, I'm trying to remember if I owned the cards or not. But the cards are very low quality. They are small in size. They have not very good text with them. And I'm trying to keep this video to under 15 minutes. But you can see pretty much everything about Dynasty League Baseball is they are below average in everything. Value, quality, support, availability, ease and flow of the game. And the only reason this game is ranked at 14 instead of 15, 16, or 17 is it does give the option to play the online. It does give you a deep, complex baseball game that's proven, and the actual cards come printed with color. They try to print them in color, and they try the color, the book. When you order the rule booklet, it comes in like a nice little booklet thing in color charts. So I mean, you know, I give them a point or two for that, but the rest of the quality is really low quality. The stadium card quality, I guess, gives them a point too, because those are thick, nice, laminated cardstock sheets that are, you know, color, nice pictures of the ballparks and everything. So that's where the point. They might get a point for having colored charts. So instead of like a 1 or 2, at least I'll give them a 4 on that. But this is a company that will charge you for everything. Charge you for the charts. Charge you for the extra season cards. Charge you for the extra players. Charge you for the ballpark cards. Charge you for anything they can freaking charge you for. And when I'm talking charge you, I'm not talking $5. I'm talking it's expensive. It is a investment by you and your wallet to get into Dynasty League. So that is my thought on game number 14. I think I gave them way too much credit last year. I think this game could be good if they changed the layout of the cards. They got rid of some of the coloring on them. It actually would be a good thing. And I'm not going to say that about probably any other game that we're going to talk about. But they should have done what Triple Play Baseball did. And I know I shouldn't be comparing the two because it's not fair to either one of them. But in Triple Play Baseball, the color coding is on the lines where it's a base hit. So if I see that number, right? I see that number, I know it's a base hit, right? I can't tell with the color coding here because everything has a color coding to it. And the only way to tell the difference is if it's bold or not bold. And that looks fine when it's 4 by 4.5 inches on your screen. But when you're looking at a tiny little card, are you trying to tell me you know whether or not a 369 is a hit or not? There's no way to tell that. If they made each of the hits a certain color, then yes, it would be so simple. And that's why the design of something like Triple Play Baseball makes Dynasty League Baseball look like a joke, and why Dynasty League is ranked 14 and their game is going to be ranked a lot higher than them. And then there you go. That is number 14 Dynasty League Baseball. I can absolutely without a doubt tell you, like I said for number 16, go out and buy Everyday Player Baseball. It is well worth your time. It is well worth your $15. I can honestly say there's not going to be many times I say this throughout this whole series. But Dynasty League Baseball, do not waste your time on this game. Do not waste your time buying this game at all at this point in 2020. Thanks for watching, guys. I got to go. See you next time.